Next question says, how do people move up a weight class and still be competitive? Wouldn't bulking up to a new weight class make you not competitive for a few months or years, or is this something that you've just got to accept? And I think that it is something that you've got to accept, at least to an extent, because there's really two ways of going about it in my mind. One is that you can bulk up to your new weight class as fast as you can. And in that process, you're going to gain a lot of fat. You will be more competitive sooner, but not as competitive as you could be. And it also creates more problems in terms of being competitive or maximizing your competitiveness over the mid or long term. Just because you've got excess body fat at this point, and now you've got to do a cycle of dieting down and bulking back up, and it's going to take longer to get to that end result. And I think that there's something to be said for staying in a caloric surplus for longer, even if it's mild. So the approach that I would recommend if you're looking to move up a weight class is a slow bulk. Get there slowly. So that means that if you're going from 93 kilos to 105 kilos, you might have a few meets where you're a really light 105. And people were kind of thinking, why didn't you just cut to 93? Well, because it's part of a bigger picture is why. Okay. You see guys do this. Bryce Lewis has done this. Christoph Wierzbicki is doing this. This is kind of, in my opinion, the best way of going about bulking up into a new weight class. Now, for most people, when they do this, when you're a light lifter in your new weight class, you are competing at a disadvantage, and it will hurt your competitiveness in the short term. You may have been more competitive at the lower weight class, but if your Wilks score is going up, then in general you're going to be more competitive. You're on the right track. And that if you continue along this line, you may not be, you gain a few pounds and you move into a new weight class where there are people who are bigger and stronger, and they may be lifting more weight, but you've got more weight to gain. And, you gain another few kilos, in some cases, quite a few kilos, and that competitive gap closes. So yeah, it is part of the process where you may be less competitive for a short amount of time, but that's not going to be forever.